Right now, you're watching Claude and me take actions on the web, manage appointments, export pitch decks, and attach them where needed. It didn't need me to write a single line of code for it to be automatic. It doesn't need me to touch my mouse either. You just tell it what you need and you can walk away. It will work for you. This is Claude Computer Use. It literally takes over your screen. It can open apps, click buttons, fill forms, having somebody sitting at your desk doing the work for you. This is like having a free virtual assistant doing the work that you don't want to do or that you just don't have the time to do. And today, I'm going to show you how to set it up from scratch, step by step, in about 15 minutes. If you're new here, I'm Jesus. On Hustling Labs, I test every AI tool I can get my hands on so you don't waste your time or, even better, your money. I actually use these tools to build my own SaaS, Longhue, an AI landscaping design tool that I am building to sell to local businesses. So when I tell you something works, it's because I tested in a real business, not just a demo. Today, we're covering what Claude Computer Use actually is, how to set it up on your Mac step by step. I'm sorry, Windows users. Your first real task, I'm going to have Claude do actual work for me. And then the feature that nobody's talking about yet that make this 10 times more powerful. If you want to see me go deeper on this, I've got a comparison with ChatGPT's operator coming soon. So what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Let's be real for a second. You have probably seen AI chatbots. You type something, you get text back, maybe writes code, maybe writes an email, but it stays inside its little chatbots, right? Claude Computer Use is completely different. You give Claude a task, plain English, it actually takes control of your screen. It moves your mouse, click buttons, types into fields, switches between apps. It's reading what's on your screen through screenshots and deciding what to do next, over and over until the task is completely done. So basically, you don't have to babysit this chatbot because it does it for you. Now, let's take a step back and think about what that means. Anything you do sitting in front of your desk, so filling out spreadsheets, researching competitors, organizing files, updating your CRM, Claude can do that for you. Now, Claude is smart about this. It doesn't just jump to controlling your screen, right? It checks its connected app first. So think like Slack, Notion, if you have connected your Google Calendar, even your email, and uses those integrations directly so it doesn't have to take over your computer. It only takes over your screen when there's no other way to get the job done. That's actually a big deal because the direct integrations are faster and, let's be real, they're more reliable than this. Now, here's the thing. This is still in research preview. It works. I've been using it all morning or since it was released yesterday night, but it can make mistakes. It might click the wrong button, misread something on the screen, so those kind of errors that you would expect from a better product. So you want to keep an eye on it. You don't want to trust it with important tasks that it should not mess up, especially right now. But the fact that it works at all right now, that's wild. So let's jump in, let's go through it so I can show you exactly how it works. All right, let's get you set up. This takes about 5 minutes. So for the first step, you want to make sure you have the right plan. Claude Computer Use works on the Pro plan, so that's $20 a month, or the Mass plan, which is $100 to $200 a month, and depending whether or not you're yearly or monthly. If you're on the free plan, I'm sorry, you will need to upgrade. I will be honest, on Pro, you will hit usage limits after maybe 3 to 5 serious tasks per day. That's fine for testing or for occasional use. If you're going to use this daily for real work, Mass is where you want to be. For this tutorial though, Pro is more than enough, so don't overthink it. I upgraded to Mass. You don't have to unless you are going to use these to do standard testing or to use it in production for actual tasks. Now, for the second step, you want to download the Claude desktop app. You want to go to claude.ai/download, and it will take you to this site that you see right here. I will drop the link down in the description. You want to grab the Mac OS version. I'm sorry, Windows users, this is not available for you guys. You will need an app for Silicon Mac, so that's M1 or later. I would say though, don't use random third-party meters. Install it, open it up, and sign in with your account, but download it straight from Claude. Don't download it from a third-party software marketplace or anything like that. Those will not work for what we want to do. Now for your third step, you want to enable cowork mode. Once you're in the app, you will see the cowork tab at the top. You will want to click into it. This is where all the magic happens. It's basically a workspace where Claude can actually do things, not just chat. From here, what you want to do is you want to enable computer use, and that's your fourth step. To do this, you want to go to settings. Once you locate settings, you want to go to the desktop app section, click on general, and you want to activate computer use. I will deactivate it so I can activate again for you, just for you to see. Once you activate it, you will get this pop-up that will ask you whether or not you want to activate computer use, and it will give you a warning of some things that you want to keep in mind. So just go through it, make sure you feel comfortable with it. I will turn it on, and this is where macOS is going to enable access for Claude Code to take over your computer, and it can control your mouse and your keyboard. All you have to do is accept it if you are comfortable with it. Now, it's a pro tip. You never want to grant full this access unless you absolutely need to. Now that we have computer use on and up and running, we want to connect your apps. This step is completely optional. It's your step 5, but it makes Claude way more useful. In cowork settings, you will see a section for connected apps. So it's down here where it says extensions. And here you can browse different extensions. So you got Google Drive, Gmail, Slack, Google Calendar, and more. Connect the ones that you actually use. Remember what I said earlier? Claude uses these integrations first before touching your screen. So the more apps you connect, the faster and more reliable everything is. That's it for the setup. You are set to go. That took about 5 minutes or less. Now let's actually make it do something for us. Here's where it gets interesting. I'm not going to give you some toy demo. We're going to do a real task, something I would actually pay someone to do for my business. I'm going to tell Claude to research the pricing of 5 AI landscaping competitors. This is for Longhue, my actual SaaS. We're going to pull the data from the websites, organize it in a Google Sheet, and highlight which ones offer a free tier. So here's the prompt that I'm using. I'm going to send it so you start working on it. You can read it here. You can pause the video and actually take the prompt from here if you want to try it on your own. But I want you to see what happens. On the left, I have Claude Cowork. On the right, I have Google Chrome. It's going to try to start doing the research by itself using the web search connector. But the websites are actually blocked, so it will actually start using Google Chrome and start doing the research on its own and start opening tabs and start doing everything that it needs so it can collect all the data that I actually are requested to start working on. As you can see, it opened 2 different tabs right here. If we go here, it actually went to the pricing page. is collecting all the data by itself. Now change to a different website so it can do the second tool that it asked to do. So it's actually reading the pricing pages and is getting all the information that it needs for it to be able to put it together on a Google Sheet. Maybe it will do in Excel. Sometimes it's hit or miss on that one. I used to pay a VA about $15 an hour to do exactly this, to do that market research for different businesses that I have started in the past. That's about $30 an hour of research and data entry. Claude just can do this in 4 minutes or about few cents if you try to divide everything among the $20 plan that you will be paying for their pro plans. Let that sink in. You can do this for about 2 cents or 1.5 cents, or pay about $40 to a VA. The difference is just insane. Here we are working on the fifth task. From here, it's going to give us a spreadsheet here in a moment. After a few minutes of work, it's completely done. So we're going to open this spreadsheet. We can open this back up. Not what I wanted, but that's fine. We're opening the spreadsheet, and here we have the tool name, we have the price, the limitations, some of the notes, whether or not they offer a free trial. We actually got more than what I wanted for. It's formatted. It found the free tiers and it added the notes and everything that I didn't even ask for. That's the thing about Claude. It doesn't just follow instructions. It thinks about what you actually need. So yeah, this is better than what I expected. Now, here's an advanced mode. You can change that. After Claude finishes this spreadsheet, you can tell it to draft a competitive analysis, email based on this data, and put it in my Gmail draft. And we're not going to do that because that's outside the scope of this video. But just know that you can chain on different tasks into one task, so it actually does a lot of things without you having to babysit it. And basically what it will do is it will read the spreadsheet and create and use the data to write that email for you. So basically with one prompt, you can have 2 deliverables, but you're not limited to that, and you can do way more than that. It's just on the example that comes to mind right now. So this is definitely a game changer when you take into consideration the difference in cost, not value, but cost for a task like this. And the value stays the same, perhaps a little bit better value because it's giving you more data, but the cost went down massively from about $30 to $40 for a virtual assistant if you're paying $15 to $20 an hour, to about 1 to 2 cents to actually get this done. And it can get it done almost with no mistakes. And you can take this and use it anywhere. From here, you can even use their PowerPoint integration, and you can create a presentation from that. The options are just unlimited at this point, and I expect this to continue improving. Claude continues pushing new updates every single week, so I expect this to become even more powerful as the days and weeks continue going on. Okay, so here's the thing that I promise you. Feature that makes this 10 times more powerful than just AI controls my computer. It's called Dispatch. So Dispatch, and I'm going to pull it up here. So basically Dispatch lets you send tasks from your phone. You open the Claude app on your phone and the Dispatch feature look just like this. You can type a task and Claude run it on your Mac, even if you're not sitting in front of it, as long as it's unlocked. Think about that. You're at a coffee shop, you remember you need to pull a report, you type it in Claude on your phone. By the time you get home, it's completely done. sitting right there in your computer, finished. I've been using it for about a week and it's already changed how I think about my daily workflow. So I assign tasks during my commute, and by the time I sit down at my desk at home, Cloud is already done everything that I need to do, and it's done the groundwork so I can come and I can make decisions and I can focus on the things that actually matter in my business, not menial work. It also replaced some of the tasks that before I would outsource to virtual assistant. Now I'm able to actually message my CloudWork instance in my computer from my phone and have it do the things that I needed to do, just like I would message my virtual assistant. But wait, this gets even better, and I will show you how we can take this to the next level. To take this to the next level, you want to use scheduled tasks. You can tell Cloud to do something on a recurring schedule. Every morning at 8 a.m., check my email and give me a summary. Every Friday, pull my weekly revenue from Stripe and put it in a Google Sheet. Every Monday, check what my competitors post on social media. The options are endless. You set it up once, it runs forever. You don't think about it again. With that being said, let me give you 3 scheduled tasks I set up this week so you can literally steal right now. So the first one is going to be the morning email briefing. Every day at 7:30 a.m., Claude reads my inbox, pulls out the important stuff, and drops a summary into my notes app. I wake up and I check my notes and know exactly what needs my attention before I even open my email. The second scheduled task that I have set up is a weekly competitor price check. So every morning, Claude checks my 3 competitors' pricing pages for an e-commerce that I have, compare them to my current prices and flags anything that changed. I get a Google Sheet updated automatically every single week. And the third one is the Friday revenue snapshot. Every Friday at 5 p.m., Claude checks my Stripe dashboard, grabs the weekly numbers, and adds a new row to my revenue tracking spreadsheet. So by the time I close my laptop for the weekend, the data is already there, added, and I don't have to worry about that. Now, I will give you a pro tip. Start with one scheduled task. See how it turns for a week, then add more. Or don't try to automate everything at once. You will overwhelm yourself and lose track of what's working. Also, provide feedback to co-work. If it does something that you don't like or that could be improved, just explain it, just like you would explain a VA, and explain how you will do it and how to improve and self-improve itself. So don't be shy and don't try to just change the way you think or the way that you do things just because co-work decided to do it differently. If you like it a certain way, just make sure you tell it and provide the feedback to it so it improves and provide you exactly what you want. All right, so now you know how to set up Claude Computer Use. You have seen it to do real work, and you have 3 automations you can steal today. I will actually leave you that in a link down below for you to grab. So here's what I want to know from you. Drop in the comments what's the first task you're going to hand off to Claude. I'm genuinely curious because I read every single comment, and some of the best videos idea I have gotten came directly from you guys. And if you want to see how Cloud computers stack up against ChatGPT's operator, I'm testing them head to head on the same 5 business tasks. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the video either. It's coming relatively soon. Matter of fact, this week. If you want to go deeper with Cloud, check out my video on Cloud MCP plus Docker. It's the perfect next step after this one. I will link it right here. Keep hustling, and I will see you in the next one.